Alright, so while I got you down here, we've been talking about the milling machine, and I showed you the vise and the stand and the little rubber mats. I thought I'd go ahead and give you a little shot of this shelf that I got here with some of my milling accessories on it. I'll just kind of do a quick once over and show you some of the things that I got. And there's the sirens again. I showed this a little bit in my video, Welcome to My Machine Shop. I really didn't go over a whole lot. I thought I'd give you a little bit longer view of what I got here and some of the tools that we got. And you can see right off, I've got angle plates there. There's some more angle plates over there. There's that rotary table I showed you. I've got an adjustable angle plate down there. And I'll bring you in and show you a little bit closer. This is some of the stuff that I use on the mill. A lot of this is stuff that we've had in our shop for years and years. And it comes in handy. Here's some items that I've used probably thousands of times. These are some tunnel blocks, and I believe they're 4x6, 4x4x6, casted. They're cast iron, and I'm sure when they were new they were either machined or ground. But those are excellent blocks for when you're trying to set you up a height for like a toe clamp, a strap clamp. Or if you're trying to clamp way up high, you need to build up. You stack these up. Here's some old angle plates, and you can use these with the tunnel blocks here. You can stack them. But this is an old set of V blocks that we've used a lot. This set right here, or this V block, I actually drilled and tapped where I can put the half 13 studs in there and lay it this way on the mill table. And I've got another little clamp or piece of square stock right here, just a piece of cold rolled. I drilled the hole so you put your studs in there. You clamp it down this way, you put your studs in there, and you can pull this up and you can hold you a piece of round straight up. That comes in handy a lot when you got some short rounds that you need to clamp and you want to get it down here low, because it might be up here, so you don't want to try to put it in a vise, try to save some of that height. That's a cool little thing you can do with some V blocks. Drill and tap it, make you a little clamp to bolt on there. We got some more V blocks right here. These are some of those old sterrets. There's one of the clamps for them. They're dirty and real cruddy, but I hardly ever use them. I need to get them cleaned up and re-oiled. These right here is something else that's really neat. You don't ever see this kind of stuff. Those are just some simple step blocks made out of cast iron, and those work really good when you're over here on the milling machine and you're trying to you got a part that you're trying to clamp, and you want to set your strap clamps over here, and you got you a step block there that you can work off of. Again, this is some more of that old stuff that's been around our shop for a long time, and we've used this stuff over and over again. They work really good. This would be a good little project to make. I actually wanted to make me another set a long time ago, and I just never did. Build them out of steel or whatever. Well, what else we got up here that I can show you off? There's some of my cutters. There's some of the fly cutters and insert milling cutters right here that take the TPG inserts. Fly cutters. A lot of these are just the inexpensive ones. Set of boring bars, inexpensive boring bars. I use them with the boring heads or on the lathe. Here's a set of Wavy Parallels. Those come in handy when you got something kind of thin you want to clamp. You got all different heights in there. And they spring too, so you can actually kind of compress them just a little bit. Some of my Molly D tapping fluid. This stuff is like gold now, man. They've gotten really out of sight with the price of this stuff. Dad bought a bunch of that a long time ago, and that's all I got left of it. And I use it every now and then. If you're going to tap like some stainless or something tough, that Molly D works pretty good. Here's another big fly cutter. This right here, these two bars, all right, these two bars right here is some stuff that we made. and I'll go ahead and get one, and we'll bring it down here to the mill so you can see what I'm talking about. What you can do, see, I got the 2 holes drilled, and that's to fit the those holes in line with the T slots here, and I got it keyed so you can kind of bump it down in there nice and snug. So what we had made those for, we got one for, we got a pair of them. We had some big pieces that we wanted to clamp in the mill vise and do some cutting across, and we didn't have room to put a strap clamp or a toe clamp on the top, so we made these, and I believe we used some parallels or something like that, maybe some more flat bar on this side, and you just run these set screws in on both sides to swedge it, and it worked real good. It did the job what we had built them for, and I believe we used them for a couple other jobs. It's just something, a shop built item that comes in handy every now and then, and they work good. So got a pair of these right up here. These are some more these are some old V blocks that I believe, I always thought these were actually off of some kind of machine, because you see you got oil grooves in here, but there's some stuff that that's been in the shop. See, there's a few of them there. Look like they were broken, but they work good as just little simple V blocks. I've done a lot of welding in a couple of them over on the table. When you got something round that you want to do some welding, you just take that over there and you got your little V block to set something in. That's just a bunch of different blocks, setup blocks, for getting heights. Here's an old Machinist Jack, an adjustable Machinist Jack with a V up here. I've showed this in a video, holding your shafts when you're trying to mill keyways. A bunch of angle plates, all the way from the little baby tiny ones up to some of the bigger ones. I had some bigger than those, but I took them down to my other job because they were too big to use down here anymore. So I took them down there to use on the bore mill and the big mill down there. But Dad had bought all these. I remember him buying all these newer looking angle plates here. They had them on sale. I believe it was like through Inco, and they had them like marked down half price or buy one get one free or something like that, because he bought like every size they had, in a pair, every size they had. So that's always been real handy, having all those different size angle plates to use. This is another old angle plate right here. That's an old style right there. This is another old style angle plate. This right here is a riser plate that we had machined for the Kemp Smith dividing head, I believe. We needed a little bit more height to hold something, so we made a riser block, and that's what that was for. All right, right here's all the parallels. Got all different kinds of parallels. Got some thin blade style. These bigger ones here are made out of Rex 95, if you can read that. It says Rex 95, but we've always used them as parallels. They work real good for that. John Rosicki. Dad always talked about Mr. Rosicki. It says stolen from John Rosicki. That's funny. And he's got his name on the back side there too, but these are like I-beam parallels. So we got a bunch of these right here. Got some of the newer style angle or parallels right here. This is one that we used a lot of. We got a pair of these with all these holes in it, and they're hardened and ground. So a bunch of different style parallels, which is a necessity in a machine shop and doing a lot of work. Always try to find you some parallels and have you a good assortment of those, because you're always having to find one that's a certain width or a height to hold something in the vise, or even just straight down on the mill table. And these are some of the bigger parallels right here. I believe these are some Taff Pierce. This is a big one here that never had the matching parallel with it. And then in this box right here, here's Tom's mill handle that he gave me. And this box right here is another big set of the Taff Pierce Parallels. Those are really nice, man. I've got another set about the same size that I took down to my other job because I needed a good heavy set of parallels down there to use. So I took them down there and been using them because I've got plenty here to use. And then we come down here next level. That's my coax indicator. That's another coax indicator that's junk that broke. And then this is a Taff Pierce magnetic chuck right here. And we had bought that because we had a job to do. There was a bunch of thin pieces that we had to machine, and so Dad had purchased that to do the job that we needed. And we used it a few times after that for some different jobs, and it's an expensive item and it works good. So down there you got another angle vise right there. That's that adjustable angle plate right there that you can loosen the bolts and you can adjust that. I put me some tap holes in there for 5/8 studs to hold as I need. That right there is it's a tailstock for a Carroll dividing head, but I've got two of those. That's another one I bought from another guy on the Machinist forum, and those things work perfect for that 8-inch Vertex super spacer that I got. So I've got it adjusted, so if I need to use the spacer over here on the mill and I need to stretch something out and hold it on center, I use that tailstock right there, and it works great. Up top I just got some of there's my steered oil. I got some coil there, WD, just all the stuff that everybody's got in their shop, different cutting fluids and penetrating oils and junk, stuff like that. So there's some of my other oil cans that I told you I got. There's Kroll, that's just some more cutting fluids. So I think that about covers the milling accessory shelf. I'll come over here and show you the rest of our clamps. This is some of the older stuff. These are all 5/8. This is a little shelf that I made a long time ago. I had my uncle actually help me make this, and I wanted a shelf to put all these studs in. So those are all 5/8 studs. Here's all your strap clamps, your toe clamps. This is all that good, old stuff. There's Armstrong, there's Vulcan in here. I use those all the time. You see me use those. There's a Wilton. I call them right height. I got another box down there that's got a bunch of these other kind of clamps in there, and of course your normal 1/2-inch style clamping kits. Alright, well I think that about covers all the milling stuff right there. Alright, next item on the list is my little oil cans. It seems like every video that I put up, I have somebody ask me about this, about what kind of oil can this is and where can they get it. So I know not everybody reads all the comments and sees my replies, but I always do answer everybody every time they ask me about these oil cans. But I thought I'd go ahead and throw it in the video here and show it, and hopefully everybody will see it. I'm sure I'll still get asked what kind of oil can it is later on as videos progress, but I wanted to go ahead and do a little review on it, show this oil can. So this oil can right here is made by Eagle, and it's a number 66. It's all brass, and it's an excellent oil can. You see me use it in all my videos. That's always my way of oiling everything. I do like Keith's method of the can and the acid brush. I actually been meaning to do that around here, and I just had never gotten around to finding me a can. I got a little pack of acid brushes over there. I just ain't got me a can yet because I use these anyway. But I've got 8 of these. I've got 7 of them here, and the one you see me use at my other job, that's mine also. I took it down there. But yeah, I've got 8 of these, so I've got 7 of them here. I've got 3 of them up on my shelf, and then I've got them on the machine. So any machine I go to has pretty much got an oil can I can grab and do some oiling. And then one of them, I actually keep whey oil in it, and I'll use that to cover the ways on the lathe. I'm gonna give you a little close-up of it, and I hope the glare doesn't affect it too much, but here's a little closer up shot of it. It's a pistol grip style, which is what I favor. I don't like the you've got a lot of other oil cans that's got a thumb grip on it and a little spout hanging over here, so you're sitting there trying to oil and the spout's moving around. And this is a lot more comfortable with the pistol grip style. And you know, you can squeeze it all the way in and get a big old flood of oil out if you want, or you can just barely move it and just, you know, throw a few drops out there. So again, there's another shot of it. The Eagle number 66, made in USA. And unfortunately, they don't make these anymore. As far as I've been able to find, I've searched them on the internet again. I can't find these for sale anymore. I think you got to find them used. I actually bought these at Pensacola Hardware here in town. I think it's the oldest hardware in Pensacola. They got a lot of cool stuff down there. It's just a neat place to go down there and look. And they got a nice little metalworking section that's got all kind of cutting tools and cutting fluids and stuff like that. And this was several years ago. Now I can't tell you how many years ago. It's been probably 6-8 years at least. But I remember going down there to get some stuff, and I seen these. That they had these up on the top shelf. They had all their oil cans up there, and I seen these, and I was like, man, that's a perfect little oil can for our shop, what we use. So I think I bought like 2 of them and brought them home to the shop, and Dad liked them. And what had happened, he told me, he says, you need to go down there and buy some more of those things. Those are good oil cans. So I went down there and bought all the ones they had, which was, I believe they had 6 more down there, so I ended up with 8 of them. And now they don't sell them anymore, because every time I'd go down there, I would always look for these oil cans, and they don't have them anymore. They got those real cheap, you know, foreign-made, cheap imported oil cans. They ain't worth a damn. But this is an excellent oil can, and this is my favorite one. I use them all the time. I use them every day. So that's my oil can, the Eagle number 66. So we're just about at the end of this tour view, but I've got a few more things that I'm going to share with you. Today I went down to my old shop and gathered up a few of my other things that I already said. I brought some other stuff down here, and I was going to show those real quick. Just I thought it'd be interesting. You might like it. So I'm going to grab the camera and take you over here and show you right here over here on the drill press. There's some more of our vices that we've got, and those were down there on the other drill press. We've got another drill press still down at the shop that I haven't moved down here because I don't have room for it. But I decided I'm going to go ahead and bring it down here, and it's going to sit on the slab outside the shop there. And I'm just going to cover it up until I can get my roof built out there the way I want. But it's an old, the other drill press down there is an old Canetti Auto, and it was one of the first pieces of equipment that my granddad bought. And it's all, we've used it a lot. It's been a good drill press. It's got the, it's not a, this is a box column, Bickford. And the one down there is the round column that's got the round table. And it looks a lot like the drill press that's in Keith Finner's videos, his machine. It looks very similar to that. So anyway, these vices were sitting underneath it, and we use them on the drill press. They're kind of rough. They've been abused a little bit. This is a nice, you know, angle vise right here. This thing will tilt and rotate. So every now and then that comes in handy to have. And this old big mill vise right here, this one right here is made by Kemp Smith. And I didn't notice that until just now when I brought it down here. I cleaned it off, and I could make out the Kemp Smith, and I cleaned it, and that's what it is. I found that very interesting because we've got a Kemp Smith dividing head over there. So maybe this was bought at the same time as the dividing head. I really don't know. Couldn't tell you. But I'm keeping them just to have around here to use on these old drill presses whenever I need another old rough drill or a rough vise to use. So that's that. I wanted to show you that. and also grabbed some more of my material. I still got a lot more down there. That's some of the material right there. Some of the heavy flats, some cold rolled. There's a big piece of square stock right there. I got some more leaning up in the corner, nothing special. Some hex bars and some more rounds. So I've just been trying to gather up some of my material. All right, I'm down to my last item to show you for this video. I got it over here on the floor. A little small piece of cast iron I wanted to show to you. And that's it. But a little faceplate. I finally got that sucker down here today, and I wanted to show it off to you. This is something that we've always had in our shop, and I've had an idea for this faceplate for a long time, and I've never gotten to it. And it's a project that I want to do here really soon, as soon as I can. Hopefully in a few months maybe I can start on it. But what I want to do with this old faceplate is build me basically a little welding table to sit over there. And I want to build it so that it's just I'm not going to hook no motors or anything up to it. I just want a manually fed welding positioner, you know, basically like a turntable that I can grab in my hand and spin that thing around. And that's what I want to do with that. That'll make a really nice welding table or a setup table if you're trying to clamp some things together. I have no other need for it, so that's what I want to use it for. I have no idea what machine that came off of, or you know what machine it went to way back in the day. It is threaded. This center is threaded for a threaded spindle. I don't know what the thread pitch is, but I know this is 4-inch. And I asked Dad about it whenever I was loading it up, if he remembered what lathe that came off of, and he told me that this was just another item that my granddad purchased from the auction out there at the base. He was always buying tools and bringing them to our shop. That's how he tooled up our shop, was from the auctions out there. And I guess maybe he thought that we could use this for something, but it was actually never used. It was just put in the shop and never got used for anything. So I really want to repurpose this facing plate to use as a welding table in the shop here. I want to get it cleaned up real good, wire wheel it, try to get all that rust and corrosion off of it, make it look nice, and hopefully have it sitting over here in this area on a pedestal to where I can use it for whatever I want. If I just want to use it to set my Coke on, that's what I want it for. I was really excited to show you this because I've been holding on to this for a while, and I wanted to share it with you. I finally got it down here, and I had my brother help me unload it, and that was a heavy piece to pick up. I mean, with two of us, we can handle it. And you know, when we picked it up down there, I used my 3-ton overhead crane down there and picked it up, set it on the back of the truck, and me and him grabbed it on each side and then carefully set it down, and then we picked it up and rolled it inside. So that's going to be a future project, I hope. I really want to get on that. I'm real excited about building this. I haven't decided how I'm going to build it yet to attach it, but I'll figure out something because I want it to set down. I'll probably have to incorporate maybe some kind of thrust bearing that will sit here, and you know, a shaft that'll stick down. That'll be maybe in some bronze bushings or something like that. So I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. So that's my little faceplate that I wanted to show you. All right, that was about it for everything I want to show you in this video. I got a couple more little things here I'm going to show off. I thought I was at the end, but I forgot about putting these on here. I got me some of the little Ikea lights, the double boost Ikea lights right here. We took a trip up to Georgia a couple weeks back, and my wife and my sister went with us, and they went up to Ikea to do some shopping. My sister had never been there and she wanted to go, so they went up, and I asked Elena to pick me up some of these LED lights. And I bought one a few years ago, and I ended up taking it to my other job and using it down there. But I wanted some more to have around here, and use a couple in the house every now and then too. So she bought me 4 of them, and this one right here is the clip light. It's a little LED light, and it's got the little clamp on it. I'll just go ahead and open it up and show you, because I don't know if all you guys have seen the actual clip light, but it's just like the other one that John Double Boost shows that he uses, and also Tom Lipton at Ox Tools. And here it is right here. It's a little bit shorter. The stem is a little bit shorter. I think it's a little bit shorter, but it comes with this little clamp. And it's got some little suction pads on it too. But I bought this one right here, and I think this is the one that's $15, and the one that's got the base, I believe, maybe is $10. I know it cost me $50 because she bought me 4, and all 4 of them total 50 bucks. But this is the little clamp light, and these work good too in the shop also. You can use this little clamp and find you a spot on the machine somewhere and clamp it in. And I got the other one inside in by my Lazy Boy that I just fixed. I've got one there, and I got it clamped to my little table. So I'm sitting here reading all you guys' comments, and my wife wants the lights off. I got my little light over here that I can see my keyboard on the computer. So that's why I like that one right there. But I also got the other style that the other guys have shown. That's it there. So I got here's the base. I guess that's a plastic cap. There's the base that it comes with. But I'm going to modify it and mount it to a mag base like Tom and John do. So that's my little Ikea lights right there. I just wanted to point out that I finally got me some more. Seems like a lot of you guys are enjoying those Ikea lights, so I had to get me some too since my wife was going there. And while I'm speaking about that, I wanted to give my wife a little plug. She just started her YouTube channel here recently. Her YouTube is, you can look her up by her name, Elena Booth. And what we're doing is, I just posted some videos on that for her the past week or so. Her and my sister used my GoPro camera on the drive up there and filmed the ride there and as they got to Ikea. And my wife's quite comical. She can be pretty funny. So we kind of wanted to get that on camera. And it turned out pretty good. So I've got a series of videos that I made for her, and she uploaded them to her YouTube. So if you want to check out a little comic relief there, go check out my wife's channel, Elena Booth. It's pretty good, and we'll as she makes videos, I told her, you know, when she makes all these little short videos on her phone of whatever's going on, hanging out with her friends, just being goofy and stuff like that, we'll you know, post them up on YouTube and share them with everybody. So that's a little plug for my wife there. And that's about it. That's going to be it for this video. I really wanted to show you some of the stuff around here, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to, and I hope you enjoyed it. As I always say, I really hope you enjoy watching the videos and seeing all the tools that we got, and sharing some of my little secrets around here. And just hope you enjoyed it. Drop me some comments if you want to, if you got some questions, and if you got some more suggestions, again, you can let me know. Put in a comment, and I'll write it down. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you later. All right, see you.